Hey guys, it's Lisa here. I hope you're well today, whatever you're doing, wherever you are. And I'm coming to you here for about sort of 5 minutes, not too long. I don't want to take too much of your time. But if you're watching this video, it's more than likely we would have had an initial conversation about your weight loss goals and challenges. And we'll be due to be speaking for a longer period of time. So I'm sure you're going to have a ton of questions. And I hope in the next few emails, there'll be 4 in total, so you'll get most of those questions answered so that when you come to the call, you'll have a much better understanding about Project You and how that can work for you. So this little video is really about kind of like the overall process. Why is it different? Why can Project You work for you? So the first thing about this is, and there is a blog that you may well get the opportunity to see about why diets don't work. And when people often come to me, they've perhaps tried a lot of diets, or they've perhaps not even tried a diet, but mainly people have been on some sort of weight loss journey. And there's 2 things that people generally find with that is it's been restrictive, and the second thing is that they've put weight back on. And a lot of people say, well, why is this? And I know what to do, Lisa. I know what to do. Why can't I just do it? I'm a relatively intelligent person. What is it? What's different? How does this work? And how can this work for me? So the first thing that I'd say is, if you're watching this, chances are you're an interim manager, and I was an interim manager, so I know the lifestyle. The second thing is, weight loss comes down to a combination of things. So people might say to me, Lisa, I eat really healthily most of the time, but I just can't get to the gym enough. Or they might say to me, Lisa, I go to the gym 5 times a week. Why can't I lose weight? Or they might say, well, I went to Weight Watchers, but I didn't do any exercise. Or they might say, I've exercised a lot. So it's about getting those combination of things together right. And there are 5 elements. And I say it's about sort of the 5 pillars of successful weight loss. And these 5 pillars are based around food and nutrition, exercise, motivation and mindset, lifestyle, and then what happens is we create habits around those 4 elements. And I liken it a bit to like building a house, and I'm not a builder, so forgive the analogy, but you'll get what I mean. You know, you can't put the roof on unless you've got the foundations in, and you can't get the walls up, and you can't put the electrics in until you've done the plastering, and you can't paint, or, you know, there is a process and there's an order in which you have to go through. The most important one is food. 80% of your weight loss efforts will come down to what you eat. There's no getting away from that. But it doesn't mean that food has to be it has to be boring. And I call this my no diet formula. Nothing's off limits, but we have to work out a way in which you can lose weight consistently and through a process. So we look at food. We do need to exercise. It's good for many different reasons, although it's not the biggest thing that's going to impact your weight loss. Now, your lifestyle, that is really, really going to be important, particularly if you work long hours, demanding clients. You know, half your week you're in a hotel. It's really important to take your lifestyle into consideration, more important than your general dieting clubs or, you know, your shakes, your pills and potions will even think about. They don't even consider that. So, for example, there's no point in me saying to you, you know, you've got to go to the gym 5 times a week if your schedule won't allow that. You know, if you're staying in a hotel, we have to look at your food in a different way. What can you get? What can't you get? How can you plan? How can't you plan? I think the really important thing that people should know about motivation is, if you take action, motivation will come. When you become motivated, your confidence builds. When your confidence builds, your mindset starts to change. And when you have all these things, you create good habits. So your positivity, and it's like a little circle. So, you know, you start with taking action, then you become motivated because you see the results. With the motivation comes the confidence that you can actually make the changes. With the confidence comes the habits, because you see if you can repeat things, it's going to work with you. And then with those habits and when that confidence comes and that mindset, you get the habits. So guys, my approach is based on making small step change. It's about implementing those 5 things. That's the key. So if you've got a project plan, you know what your outcome is, but you have to break that down into the task at hand. And that's what we do. We break things down to make it more manageable and make sure that you hit those goals. And when you're hitting those goals, when you're focusing on the inputs, the outcome actually does come. So it's that small step change, looking at those 5 different elements. It's not just one element or 2 elements. And by making that small step change, you start to see the results. Sometimes people say to me, Lisa, it's so simple, I can't believe it. And that doesn't always mean it's going to be easy. There is a difference between the two, but it can be simple. And if you get a chance to look at my blog on why diets don't work, the diet industry want to confuse you. They want to make you think that it's a really complicated and complex thing, because it's a big multi-billion-dollar industry. They don't want you to get success. So that's really about all from me on this video. I hope that all makes sense. It's just a taster into how Project You could work for you. We work it to your lifestyle. You don't have to work to it. And by making those small step changes, we create those good habits. And when you get those good habits, you get that sustainability. If you've ever been on a diet, and I talk from experience, I've been on many, many diets, you know, you can start with all the best will in the world, you can be completely committed and motivated, but then, you know, something might happen and you might feel derailed and then you think you failed. There's no such thing as failure on Project You. And because you're always building up, it does seem quite straightforward. So it's around looking at the core things, the implementation, how you implement that to make it sustainable. Guys, do let me know if this all makes sense. I hope you get this email and all the other emails. That sounds like you're going to be getting incessant emails. No, there are 4 emails in total which build up about the information about how Project You can work for you. Have a great day wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.